I'm 51 years old and I feel like my life's just starting again.
Don't start the tears already.
Why?
God.
Emma and Martin's life motto is to embrace the now.
Oh, day to day, minute by minute. 1 minute you can be boxing with my boxing coach and the next minute you can't even pick up a phone.
They never would have met if they weren't diagnosed with early-onset Parkinson's. Martin, a marine biologist, got the news in 2016.
I first noticed when I was out at sea on a research vessel, I was dragging my foot and then I had a sore shoulder. And this is really common as well amongst people where they start off with a sore shoulder.
Were you scared?
Yeah, I was scared.
In 2010, when Emma was 33, she was diagnosed with MS. 10 years later, she had a tremor in her hand and difficulty walking, relying on a mobility scooter. When her condition worsened, an additional Parkinson's diagnosis came somewhat as a relief.
I took the medication and there I was a couple of weeks after I was out of the mobility scooter and basically walking again. So Parkinson's sounds scary, but for me, I was out of the mobility scooter and walking around again. So it was unbelievable.
Fate brought them together a year ago when they were on an advocacy panel for Parkinson's.
We were both sitting up on the stage as people with lived experience and somebody asked a question. I handed Emma the microphone and that's when I first saw her eyes and I don't think I said anything else for the rest of that panel. But something in me changed.
When are you happiest together?
When I'm cooking for Emma.
When he opens up that oven and a tassatine comes out.
What have you got for us, Mum?
It's up for us. Big one or small one?
I mean, big one.
Yeah, big one.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, thank you. It's very good.
One of your early dates, I understand that, Emma, you actually invited Martin along to a specialist appointment. Is that true?
Yeah, so I called Martin and said, oh, I know that I've only known you for a week, but do you mind if you come with me to my neurologist appointment? And he said, instantly he goes, yeah, sure.
Parkinson's is a degenerative brain condition that causes problems with movement. It occurs when there isn't enough dopamine produced, causing tremors, muscle slowness, mood swings and stiffness, known as a freeze. It's the fastest growing neurological condition in the world.
What does it feel like to freeze?
I remember I was sitting in a shopping centre once and I had to call my mum to come and get me. I just grabbed onto her arm and we, got home together. But to see your child go through that must be absolutely heartbreaking. Yeah.
While most people with Parkinson's experience their first symptoms after 60, about 10 to 20% of people who have Parkinson's are under 50.
It's a very strong community. That's one thing I've found. Everyone's journey with Parkinson's is different. Their symptoms are different.
It's hard for young onset because they can't see. It's not like you've got a gash in your leg and there's blood pouring out everywhere and they just look at me and I look, relatively normal and they can't see the Parkinson's, but I can feel it.
What are people's reaction to you when you tell them that you have Parkinson's?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of people say sorry and say, well, why do you say sorry for? I mean, I'm not sorry and all you got to do is if you get out there and enjoy your life.
They support one another through the good and the bad. Martin will be there when Emma has deep brain stimulation, a procedure that's changed his life.
I'm lucky, but it's going to be great to have him by my side through the whole process.
And they're taking part in regular trials to help raise funds and awareness for the Parkinson's community.
I know it's a great idea about finding the cure, and that's obviously on a pedestal, but also impacting the everyday lives of people with Parkinson's would be huge. So you know that you can get up and make yourself a cup of tea if you want to, or do the simple things like go for a walk. And
reducing the stigma as well.
Yes.
For changing that image of, the stereotypical very old person who has a tremor, but just empowerment really, isn't it? There's so much to learn and so it's important just to be involved.
Emma's doing all she can to make sure she's the best version of herself, not only for Martin, but her 2 daughters.
I've still got the glass half full kind of mentality, even though living with Parkinson's and multiple sclerosis. Also can be quite scary, thinking about the future as well, having both people with Parkinson's, but you just do your best on the day, really.
What makes you scared about that?
Oh, I don't know, losing the plot. You get the information from the researchers about, the percentage of people with Parkinson's, they've got a higher chance of dementia and Alzheimer's.
Just shows you that every day is a gift. I always say the same thing all the time. It's be kind. And I think importantly, you've got to be kind to yourself first.
Do you love yourself with Parkinson's?
Yes. I mean, I don't wish anything would be different, because there's a real silver lining to having something like this, or living through some kind of condition that you've got, because you realise that every moment's precious.
Oh, sign the movie deal. Sign the movie deal. They're the most gorgeous couple, Martin and Emma. They were so generous. Martin is a really good cook. You see that tart tatin there, was so good. But such a beautiful couple. Thank you so much for welcoming us into your home, because it was just so wonderful to see that love. And you could feel that love. And they just take absolutely no moment for granted. It's so, so lovely. And that was put together by our fabulous producers, Hawa, Rowan and Renee. So thank you so much for that. For more information, and if you were able to donate to Parkinson's research, head to www.shakeitup.org.au.